Overdose Awareness Week, because we are in a crisis in our country. We now lose more people to overdose than we do to car crashes. In 2014, we lost more than 47,000 American lives to overdose. That is not our country either. And my mother's the only person who has a serious plan in response to this painfully serious crisis. She thinks the federal government must invest more in prevention, particularly working with high schools and with colleges like the one right across the street. We need to be doing more prevention work and working with doctors and nurse practitioners so that people are prescribing the pain medicine that is needed, but not the pain medicine that's not. We need to be providing federal funds so that everyone who wants treatment gets it. Because there are clinics across the country, including here in Ohio, that have months waiting time, where people are saying, I want help, and there is no room in the inn. That's not our country either. When people want help, we say, how can we help? And we will get through this together. Mr. Trump doesn't have any plans on this, or at least he didn't when I looked on his website last night. So it matters to me that my mom knows we have a lot of unfinished business when it comes to paid family and medical leave, but also the job of the president is to be able to respond to the new crises that present themselves. And our opioid and heroin epidemic is a crisis that deserves a response from our president. So I couldn't agree more with Sally that there are very clear differences. I also own that I am deeply biased. I mean, I hope that my daughter and son someday feel as proud of me as I do of my mom. I remember watching that speech that Sally talked about, and I remember when the Chinese actually blocked her out. People in China couldn't watch her give that speech because the Chinese government didn't allow it to be shown. But my mother has a long track record of standing up for what's right and standing up to bullies. And I think that also is yet another reason I'm so proud to be her daughter. Because before I open it up to your questions or comments or advice, I do just want to say that I never thought I would see in my lifetime the almost normalization of hate speech that we are watching from Mr. Trump, from his campaign. The regular, painful diet of racism and sexism and Islamophobia and rhetoric against Americans and the mocking of Americans with disabilities and the mocking of our veterans and the mocking of a Gold Star family. It's not acceptable. It's not the country that I want for my children. It's not the country that I want for Sally's grandchildren. It's not the country I want for any of our children, any of our grandchildren, or our future. So I'm going to do everything I can between now and the registration deadline here in Ohio on October 11th, then between October 12th and Election Day to get as many people as possible registered to talk about what's at stake in this election, everything. To make the case on behalf of my mom so that we do wake up on November 9th knowing we're going to move forward together. So just thank you all for all that so many of you are doing already. Thank you for anything and everything you can do between now and Election Day. And I just, while you're thinking about what you may want to ask or share, please give my mom's amazing organizers across the state a big round of applause for all they're doing every hour of every day. Thank you so much.